This is Cradley Heath Community Fire Station, which is a bit of an anomaly because it's actually in May Street, Old Hill. So if you go searching for the station in Cradley Heath, you won't be able to find it. So it's often called the end of the world station because not that many people have actually been here or know its whereabouts. As you can see, we're a one pump station. By that I mean that we have one fire engine located here. We have two bays to facilitate reserves and station vans.
This afternoon we will be going out doing some own fire safety checks. They're already booked in, which will involve us going out to people in the community. We'll make sure that they've got smoke alarms, make sure that those alarms are working and give them as much fire safety advice as they need, make sure they've got an escape plan should they have an incident.
As a watch and as the station, we have a set amount of schools to go and visit. We'll go and visit these and do a sparks presentation for them, and it's going out and seeing the children and explaining like fire safety to them and what to do in the event of a fire, stop, drop and roll, and car safety as well. I'll just show you a few things. This is our sparks pack we take with us, and then it's full of informative stuff such as that. And then the kids have to go around and search out the dangerous possible occurrences in the house.
This is what I would call the actual hub of the station, and this is what's referred to in traditional terms as the muster bay. Now the muster bay has various things, including the pole drop, which you'll probably see on the video at some point. It's got all sorts of machinery which is used in the turnout, the fire turnout of the appliance. And that's something I'll show you later on as well. We can see here we've got some historical memorabilia about the station. The plaque on the wall from the Earl of Dudley, who actually opened the station 70 years ago. So the station is an old station. Of course, we're in the process now of building the new Cradley station, which is sited about a mile up the road. And the plans are to have that station open and functioning by March 2014.
We get the call out, comes across on the fire cat, everybody jumps in, they're all getting themselves dressed, and we have to start thinking about how we're going to drive the fire engine, what kind of job it is, although we respond to all jobs equally because we never know what the job is until we get there, sort of whether it be a false alarm or not. So we have to think about how we're going to drive and the plan of getting to where we need to go. So put the front doors up, make sure the blue lights come on, make sure all the lockers are down, that's an important one, and then make sure that everyone's dressed and ready to roll out the doors, and then hopefully we'll know where it is and then we can pull out and make our way to it.
Like Pete says, every journey is sort of driven very similar, but we do prioritise. So if we know it's just an alarms or it's just a little bin on fire, then we'll drive steadily. If it comes across that it's a house fire or a person's reported, then obviously there's a little bit more sense of urgency. So you don't drive faster, but you do try and move along a little bit quicker, don't you, with a sense of urgency. And obviously it puts more pressure on you as a driver if you get that kind of incident, because you know every second literally can count.
I'm Karen and I'm the Station Administration Officer here at Cradley. I've been here for 7 years. And my main role really is to support the operational staff, to give any support I can by making making school visits, booking home fire safety checks, ordering uniform for them, and I also support the station commander in any day-to-day operations he needs me to do. I'm also the main receptionist for the public by the phone, by door.
Talking about the fire brigade. Huh? Some berries on the top of the door.
When did you start here then, Mark?
89.
89.
You started here at 89?
September, funnily enough, 9/11.
And you've always been on Red Wash, haven't you?
Yeah.
89, what's that then?
How many years, son?
23. And coincidentally, my brother joined 9/11/79, exactly 10 years before me.
Really?
Yeah, that's history.
History.
I've got some more pictures of this office, because the desk used to be up that corner.
So has this always been the office here?
Yeah, but it's small.
But hadn't
There's a staircase there.
hadn't the stairs used to come into there?
Yeah.
I can
Well, have
I can vaguely remember that.
You see the 3 bays? It used to be 3 bays. And then they built that up
This wall
for the
here.
commander's office, yeah.
So yeah, we'll come in here and then we'll do what's called e-crewing, which basically we log onto the system and place all the firefighters that are here onto the system so fire control have a good understanding of who's on duty. Following that, fire control will call us on the phone and just confirm what skills we've got on, who's driving, if we're foam trained or if we're level 2 water trained, which we are. What else? IRU support,
IRU, yeah.
which we also that.
PRPS and all that.
PRPS wearers, and they'll just ask us to our skills, our basic skills, and following that, we'll go on.
Read through the emails, go through all the emails, check there's nothing that needs doing urgently that day. Then normally after about 9:30 we'll go out and do some training, making sure that follow the training planner for the watch. Then we'll normally have a break and then go on to do home fire safety checks, where we go out and visit the members of the public, carry out the safety checks in the home, and any other computer work will be done in the afternoon. And that is a basic day. And then normally come 4 or 5 o'clock, we'll have a session in the gym, keep everyone fit and ready to go out there.
Our parade board's here. So green watch is who's on duty today and where we're riding, and red watch and blue watch is done the same. White watches, I think it's kept in the tour room. We have the parade board. This is just full of notes about what's going on, important things to know, routine notices and everything. Anything new that comes out gets put onto there. We have the union clipboard as well, so anything from the union that comes out gets put onto that clipboard again. Useful for people to read out so they know what the union are doing. Just our in trays. Bookcase full of the old service manuals and laundry folders and the inner workings of what we need to do. And then over here, behind Rudy, we've got the missing equipment board. Anything that we find at the change of shift that's missing off the truck gets put on there, so we know how to chase it up and get it back, so we have a full fire engine full of equipment.
This is the station commander's office, and the various bits of furniture we've got in here. The essential bookcase with command manuals and various other documentation which is relevant to the role. What you can probably see on here as well is a number of, I say personal photos, but they relate to another element of my role within the service, and that is as part of the International Search and Rescue Team. The International Search and Rescue Team for the West Midlands Fire Service have been involved in 4 of the major humanitarian disasters in the world over the past 3 years, including the earthquake in Indonesia, Christchurch, New Zealand, Haiti in the Caribbean, and Japan in 2011. And I deployed as part of that team to Haiti and Japan. There's various different images around the room, from team photos to US Air Force helicopters, etc., that were used as part of that humanitarian mission.
There's a car there on the roofs. There's a boat up there. Look, they've been washed in. Can you see that boat up there on the petrol station?
Yeah.
Been washed up there. That's how high the water had come through. This is like where we stayed. This was a building. There were aftershocks and it shook this building, but because it was a portal frame building, we were quite safe in there. It was a gymnasium at a school. This is our base here. This is the control point that we set up in that base. He's the national coordinator now, Sean Moore. You can see the stuff we had to search. We had to try and get between it. You know, that's a lorry there on his side at that building. Yeah. As I say, the water had come in and washed loads of fish in as well, and left all kinds of sea creatures on the land. This is the side of Haiti. The other side is Dominican Republic. Yeah. It happened about there, just off the coast. Port-au-Prince. It was the closest it had been to a major city since Mexico in the 70s. Yeah. And all this was total collapse. But we got there quite quick. But we had to get to it. That's the kind of sectorising we do. Yeah. The area, as we can see where we've searched. This is the kind of thing that had happened. I mean, this was total destruction. Yeah. And the Haitian people were very helpful very helpful. The ones that here and here you see, they'd like to fire either side of the road and rob the places in between, because people couldn't get in to stop them. But
personal thing that I'm doing for myself.
what happened was, a prison came down and the convicts got out and got the police uniforms off them and dressed as policemen. So
Yeah.
that was the administrative building in the city centre. The first floor's collapsed. That's dropped onto the first floor. That's quite common, that is. But what you can't see there is over here, this side, for about 500 yards of people just lost. Thousands of people trying to get some kind of structure back.
Yeah.
What they'd also do in Haiti, they'd pour petrol down the gaps to set fire to the bodies to cremate them, because there was such a smell there.
Yeah.
It was horrendous. This is the kind of thing we had in Haiti. Little Mia. This was the scoop story. The big one that the BBC got hold of. Jon Snow got hold of this.
Yeah.
And get it. We dug through to get her out. That's where she was, in that hole.
Yeah.
Facing us. Took us. She was there. We found her on the Friday. We went there on the Tuesday night. We found her on the Friday.
Yeah.
We was alerted to her. We got her out. It took us 4 hours to get her out. She dusted herself off and went home, which was 4 doors away.
It's where the officer in charge sits while we're out on the streets. All the information will come on the computer. An home station, all different messages. All the information we require will be on there. Go to the back of the cab, where the breathing apparatus sets off, and the rest of the crew sit. 3 more fire crew. Here we have the new pack, first aid. Breathing apparatus sets. Obviously just aware we don't just smoke the atmosphere. This locker helps for road traffic accidents. As you can see, all our cutting equipment. Also airbags. Turn forward, pulling things out. Blocks for making vehicles safe, holding them up while we're working on them. This locker, your cones, some more blocks. Hose reel for our first line of attack onto a fire. Also, just breaking tools, big sledgehammer, hacks, rigging tool, in there there's just a tool kit, a few sockets, water gear, standpoint pick key and bar if you need water from the hydrant. Big branch. Chemical protection suit and a line. 30 minutes away. This is called a hose coffin, and if we had to lay hose, the truck moves forward steadily while the hose is laid out in the back. Somebody holds it while the truck goes steadily off. pump, the diver, stick the hose in the coupling and off you go with a branch, and you stick it in the end of the hose when you get to the end of the hose. That's to open the tank, and this is to increase the speed. And you've got your dials here, it gives you all the information. You use it to open it for the hose reels, what I showed you around there, on either side. If you connect the hydrant up into the tank to supply water into the tank, there's the gauge to tell how much water you've got. And if you haven't got a hydrant, you have these suction up here which connect, take this off, connect to there, and you can suck it out a stream, a river or a pool. Ladders, 13.5, the 9 metre, and also a roof ladder as well over there. Used to be able to climb on the back of them, but now you put them with these. Two more chemical protection suits, smaller line. These are salvage sheets, disposable salvage sheet. The decontamination kit, different things in the box, and more hose. And this is a suction basket that goes onto the suction tubing I showed around the back. Here again we have another hose reel, some more hose, a couple of extinguishers, dry powder and a CO2. Here we've got the survey meter, environmental pack and your lowering line, your lowering kit, working a tight gear that is, to lower yourself or etc. Or put a harness on when you're working off a ladder. In here you've just got some shovels, forks and beaters, the bass broom and the handles, drag rake. Farming axes if you're working off a roof, small shovel and a water filter. Flats pack, which is a smaller housing, so you take it up to some high rise. Some more hose, salvage twine. That's a fan, PPV then, that's a light portable pump. If you had to carry, you can pump in out in the country or some away from the truck. If you have a fire call while we're on station, the crew will come down, get the kit, and put it on before we proceed, put the leggings on before we proceed, urge health and safety. If we had a fire call while I was on out duties and we're travelling, we'd pull over and get the fire kit on, and then we proceed once everybody's ready.
Okay then, moving upstairs as we have. This area is known as the general lecture room. We've gone over it. Nice table here, we all sit down for lectures. Overhead projector there, screen there, so and everything's done these days, as it is everywhere, in PowerPoint. So some nice PowerPoint lectures. Keep us all up to speed with modern procedures, incidents of note, anything like that. So to keep us in tip-top condition really as firefighters.